Welcome back to another one of my vlogs. So tomorrow is my birthday. I will be 32. So I decided to do a Q&A. I'm also gonna do a vlog for tomorrow. Brandon has a surprise for me and I don't know what it is. So hopefully I'll let you guys get a glimpse of what happens tomorrow. I'm not gonna record everything because it's gonna take away the moment from us, because it's been a while since we had date night. So for me, I feel like not only is it my birthday that he's taking me out, but it's special because it's gonna be a really good date night. So shout out to my mom for watching the kids. She's a goat. So anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Q&As for you guys for my birthday. And I had texted a lot of my family and friends and asked them to send me some questions that they would want me to answer. So yeah, some of the questions I was just like, what? No, but shout out to my family for sending me these questions. I also created my own. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the questions that I ended up coming across, and then we'll go into the questions that my family asked me. Okay, so the first question is, who was your favorite teacher in high school? My favorite teacher in high school was Mrs. Sloan. Anybody who I went to school with, they know Mrs. Sloan, again, was the GOAT. She was everything we all needed in some kind of way. She was just like there for us. I know for me, literally, Mrs. Sloan was the first person I told that I was pregnant. And she was very supportive of that situation. She was supportive with a lot of things. There was a lot of stuff that was going on, and she was definitely there for me. So shout out to Mrs. Sloan. She was the best. So yeah, that was my favorite teacher in high school. The next question, what would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? Surprisingly, everybody gonna look at me like I'm crazy when I say this, but mowing the lawn would be something I'd rather do. The reason why I said that is because mowing the lawn, I don't know, it's some type of therapy for me. Y'all might think I'm weird, but at the old house, before we ended up buying this house, it's the old house that we were living at, I used to love cutting the grass. And I know, oh, you got a man, you got a boy. But outside, before me and Brandon got together, me and my mom was constantly cutting the grass. Well, I didn't let my mom cut the grass. I was cutting the grass. And I liked it. Like, I enjoyed doing it. Like, I really was like excited to cut the grass. I had my headless headphones on, had my phone in my pocket, and I was on the go. So that's definitely one of the things that I like. Plus, it's like a huge workout. You bound to sweat when you mowing the lawn. And that's why I say shout out to all the men, all my brothers, everybody who cuts the grass. Kudos to you guys. It is definitely work. But yeah, I rather mow the lawn. Another question. What is your proudest accomplishment? I would sound cliche and say being a mom is a major, one of my proudest accomplishments, but let's be real, when you grow up, that's not the first thing you think about, because that's not the first thing I was thinking about. My proudest accomplishment was being able to graduate college and my son be there to witness it and be there to tell me how proud he was. So that definitely was one of my proudest accomplishments in my life, is graduating college and my son being there. The next question, what is your favorite thing about your career? So I wouldn't consider it my career because I feel like I'm still not at the level that I want to be at, because I'm still working on it. But right now I work in the hospital. The best thing about working in a hospital is getting to see different people from different cultures. And you get to learn new things. I think anybody, all my coworkers who work with me, let me tell you, we come across some people, let me tell you. But it's not, I get entertained, I can tell you that. Just being around different people and getting to experience different type of experiences. Like, I get to see things that I never saw before, or discuss things that I never discussed before. So it's pretty bomb to be able to see that. So I would have to say that's one of the major things that I enjoy as far as my career. Next question. What motivates you to work hard? That's an obvious question, my boys. Before I had Braden, it was just me and Jaden outside of my mom and my other family members. But having him gave me the drive I needed. I'm not saying don't have a kid just to push you, but for me, I feel like I had that drive and it kind of slipped away. But having my son kind of pushed me to want more and do better and be better. So I would have to definitely say my kids are my motivation. They motivate me to work hard. And when I say I work hard, I work hard. What irritates you the most? It's a list. I would have to say one of the main things that really irritates me is a liar. If you can lie, look me dead in my face and lie about something, mind you, if I already know about it, then you really just irritated me, because now you're lying and I know that you're lying, so it makes you look really bad. So that, being a liar, it irritates me. But there's a list of things that irritate me. But, I could go on and on about that. But I'm not. But that's one of the main things that irritates me. The next question is, do you want more children? I'm going to have to say, heck no. Let me not say that. It will be nice to have another one, but I promise y'all I'm not in no rush. This young one of mine, he's definitely a birth control. Let me tell you, he's the cutest. He's adorable. But y'all, he is the seed of Chucky. Y'all, I gave birth to the seed of Chucky. I would mess with my brother about my niece, who, shout out Damani, love you. I used to mess with my brother and my sister-in-law. I don't call her sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, about her being so mean and that she's the seed of Chucky. But y'all, who would have thought I gave birth to the same child? Because let me tell you, my youngest brother is the seed of Chucky. So me and my other brother, the middle child, ended up having basically his kids. Because, oh my God, we gave birth to our little brother. They both act like him. So no, I don't think, and I think Brandon can agree with me on this one, we are just not, like, another baby in our thoughts and in our priority is just not it's not there. Like, we're really not thinking about the kids. Like, we're not having, conversation or pillow talk about having another kid. I think it's just more normal for everybody to be like, oh, hey, when you guys gonna have any more kids? I mean, that's normal. Some people don't like when other people ask them that, but me and Brandon, we just don't care. We just laugh at it and tell them that's not a priority, that's not a thought, because the young one keeps us on our feet. Let's just say that. The next question, I know y'all lost my thought. Okay, so the next question is, what is your love language? I would have to say, is it possible to have them all? Because I don't know. Is there an option to have just one? Or can we have them all? I think that's possible. Yeah, I think, because I definitely am big with my words. Anybody who knows me knows I am very, very big with my words. So I like to do love letters. I like to send out text messages full of a whole paragraph. Just so words of affirmation, that's me. Quality time. Oh my God, y'all, I could kill for a quality time. The more, the merrier, the better. People probably consider that clingy. No. For me, it don't always have to be all the time. It's possible, but it don't have to always be all the time. But that quality time is very, very important, especially when you're in a relationship. I suggest you take as much time for each other as much as possible, because then you lose yourselves. That's why people do date nights. And that's one thing I would love for us to do more, especially it kind of stopped a little bit since we had Brayden, but I would love to get back to being to that point. So words of affirmation, quality time for me, gifts. No, I can't say gifts because I've never been material. Like you could give me a letter and that would like win my heart, or you could send me a text message or little stuff like that. But I've never been big on gifts, and I think that's one of the things that Brandon like. But he still do it out of the kindness of his heart. But for me, I wouldn't say that's not a love language. So I'm not gonna say all of them, but every other one I could say touch. I'm not as touchy as Brandon is. Like I can give you a kiss here and there, hug and cuddle here and there. But Brandon's more. That's Brandon's love language, I would think. So I would say those two: words of affirmation and quality time. Oh, and acts of service. I can say that's definitely me. So those three are the main love languages that I would say I connect with. So yeah, that's me all the way. Okay, so the next question is, if you could change the age you became a mother, would you, and why? If I had to say, that's a good question. I forgot who asked me that question. But if I could change my age, okay, so let me give you both sides of the fence. So it would be a yes and a no. Yes, because if I could change my age to, at the age that I was when I became a mother, I would change it because before I had Jaden, my decision of I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to go away for college. And not saying me having Jaden stopped anything, because like I said in my previous post with misconceptions of being a teen mom, it's possible and you're capable of making it happen. But for me, I missed out on the experience of doing the dorm room, and just the full college experience is what I missed out on. So when it comes to that, I wish I could have waited a little longer. But then on the other side of the fence, I feel like having Jaden pretty much saved me in a way. I was in a deep, deep, dark place. And so having Jaden at that age really changed me as a woman and as a mom. It made me become better. It made me see things differently, and it made me grow up pretty much. And so it's on both sides of the fence. But I don't sit up and be like, well, dang, what would I be if I didn't have Jaden, or if I didn't have a baby? So I don't think like that. So that was a good question though. The next one is, how did it feel growing up as the only girl with two boys? Now I do know who asked me that question. So my mom has two boys, one girl. Moi. Growing up as the only girl was pretty dope, because I was able to, okay, so my grandma, she spoiled my brothers too, but it was always fun to be the girl who always got everything. I was getting the purses, I was getting the makeup, the lip gloss, the jewelry, and all of that stuff. And it was easy for my mom to do because I was the only girl. But I did become more so a tomboy. I was never girly girl. So being around my brothers, I feel like I picked up on some of their habits when it came to going outside, climbing trees. I used to beat up the other guys for my brothers. So I was more so the tomboy. So it was fun being the only girl with two boys in the household. And on top of that, as I got older now, it pretty much flipped. Now I'm very protective of my brothers, but they're more so protective of me. And I call them my little big brothers because they act like they're my big brothers. But we all know who's the oldest in this situation. But yeah, so now they think they the oldest. But it was fun being the only girl with two boys. So I can't say that. All right, so let me put this out here before I ask this question because I already know who asked this question. So when me and my brothers were little, when me and my little brother was little, my mom had a baby. And when she brought him home, there was a lot of things. I'm not gonna put us out there like that, but there was a lot of things that me and the middle child, my other brother, would do with the youngest. And so I typically mess with him about it. And so he asked me a question. When did you fully realize you had to face that I was your little brother and I was here to stay after the abuse? We never abused him, y'all. Let's just get that out there right now. We never abused him. But we did do some shady stuff when we were kids. So I can't say that. But we never abused him. To this day, he still think that we abused, but we never ever abused him. So I just want to put it out there because I don't want nobody to be like, oh my God, why would you do that to your brother? Why would you hurt your little brother? We never abused him. So, but he said, when did you fully realize you had to face that I was your brother and I was here to stay out of abuse? At this point, he's still alive. He's still here. So that right there should answer his question. He's still here. So at this point, we pretty much accepted the fact that we got a little brother. So, I mean, he's here. Ain't nothing can change about that. So this it is. The next question, why is your family important to you? Family is important to me because I love to laugh. I love to sing. I mean, there's so many things when you can create with your family. And I simply do adore my family. Like, I will go to war for my family. We do a lot of things. We create memories. We are all silly individuals. We all have our different personalities. When we all clash, that's what families do. We're not perfect, but I just love my family. And I wouldn't trade them for anything in this world. So, can't have mine, sorry. What is your view of a dream wedding? To be honest with y'all, I go back and forth with this because, and I'm not saying this because it's like a broke rich situation, because I don't feel like that's fair to put that on me. But for me, I personally believe that I never was one to grow up like, oh my God, this is how I want my wedding. This is what I want. I want this dream wedding or anything like that. So for me, my dream wedding would consist of, if I had to create a perfect wedding, it would be me, the groom, our intermediate family, close family friends, nothing big, maybe like, I would say top 100 people intimately. And our boys will be right there front and center. Because at the end of the day, I'm not knocking anybody on how they plan their weddings or how they do they dream weddings. But for me, I never had a dream wedding. So if anything, it would just be a dreamy big day for me. Meaning I would just, my focus is to be married to the person that I'm up there with. I'm not marrying Schwang Schwang. I'm not marrying Billy. I'm not marrying Rebecca. I'm not marrying nobody but the person I am at the altar with. So I feel like for me, I personally am not going to spend all this money to accommodate others just so they could see me and the guy that I'm marrying get married. So that's never been a thought in my head, oh, this is my dream wedding. Now I have a dream honeymoon. If that's a question that could be asked, I have a dream honeymoon, but not no dream wedding. Like, I just don't. If it was up to me, and if I got proposed to, we'll be going to the Justice of the Peace and have a live ass reception. That would be my dream big day. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, I'm getting married, and who's gonna pay that for that wedding? Me and the groom. So I'd rather just have something small, intimate, with just me, him, and our intermediate families and our boys right there front and center. And then the reception, I don't mind going all out, because that right there to me is the moment where everybody's creating memories, having a good time. So no, for me, and I'm speaking just for me, dream wedding, no. I just rather have an intimate ceremony. And the dream reception and the dream honeymoon, get at me. I'll let you know what that's like. The next question is, I answered this, how many children do you want? Right now, I'm sticking to my 2. That's it. Okay, what is your dream vacation? So, I've never been out the country, but if I had to choose, everybody makes fun of me prior to the people. I'm all blackness is what they say. Like, my mom calls me her flower child. But if I had to choose my dream vacation on some real 100% stuff, it will be to visit the motherland with a whole group of people. If I had to choose my dream vacation, it would be in Africa. I don't know what part of Africa, but it would just be in Africa. With who? My family, of course. No vacation is lit if you don't have my family. If my family is not around, I'm just gonna say it, because I take vacations with my family members, and when I say we have a good old time, that's why I cannot wait till the time comes where you guys will see us in our element. Because when I say my family is hilarious, you guys, you would think we needed to start a series, because let me tell y'all, cracking up, having a good time, like, that's just what we do. Like, but that would be my dream vacation, is Africa. Because I mean, who wouldn't want to visit where it all started, you know? So I definitely would want to. That would be my dream vacation, is the motherland. If you could change anything in your life, would you? Absolutely not. And I say that because if I didn't go through everything I went through from being little to now, if I ended up saying I wanted to change that, I wouldn't be where I am now. You go through things in life to learn from them. If I chose the perfect route, I don't know. I don't think this would be the outcome of my life. Not saying my life is perfect, but it's just all right. It's better than where I was before. So for me, no, I absolutely will not change anything. I wouldn't change anything. So, yeah. How do you feel about being a mother? Woo! Being a mom has its days. It's challenging, but I love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. I feel blessed. I really do. Although the young one gives me a run for my money, I wouldn't trade him for anything in this world. I just know I gotta learn how to adapt to this kind of personality, because I'm so used to the calm, the collective child, to this one. He's just, I'm all over the place. My brain is just like, calm down. Like, I just can't keep up. So I'm learning to adapt to a whole new personality. But as far as being a mom, I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. It's the best feeling ever. Yeah. So, no. I mean, yeah. I feel good about being a mom. Another question is, what is your greatest weakness? What is my greatest weakness, y'all? My greatest weakness will be, okay, so I'm growing. I am. My greatest weakness will be the lack of confidence in myself. I tend to second guess myself when it comes to things. Like, I'll be attempting to do something, and this part of being an indecisiveness, but I have a lack of confidence certain times. Like, I'm scared of, I wouldn't say I'm not in a position where I can be great or amazing, but for me, I feel like I don't give myself enough credit. That's a better way of putting it. I don't give myself enough credit. I think I'm doing something right, and then I'm second guessing it. So my weakness is pretty much, more so lack of confidence, and just continuously second guessing myself and not being able to really believe that I can do something without second guessing it. Like, I know I can do it, but then I'll be like, well, is this the way? Well, like, I have a tendency of doing that. And I notice that it becomes a problem with the people that I'm around. Because I'll be like, oh, what I want to do, then, well, or sometimes I'll plan something, or somebody will plan something, and then I'll be for it. And then when the time comes, I'll just be like, I don't know. Or I'll be up and down when it comes to working out. I'm just up and down. It's just weird, y'all. Like, I'm just indecisive. Like, yeah. It says, how do you use that weakness in order to prosper in life? That's a good question. How do I use my weakness in order to prosper in life? I gotta get out of that. It's really like a bad habit for me. Like, I don't know how to answer that. I know who asked me the question, and he knows how I am. That's the crazy thing. He knows how I am. I think that's why he asked me these questions, because he knows how I am. I don't know how to answer that. Y'all gotta get back to me on that one. I honestly don't. It's bad. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, I don't know how to answer it. Sorry. When he sees me, I know he's gonna be like, yeah. All right, y'all. So I got 2 more questions, and then, yeah. The next question is, would you ever adopt? If I was put in the position to do that, of course. Absolutely. Because I feel like there's a lot of kids out there who needs homes, who needs somebody to truly love them. And I have all the love in the world to give. Unfortunately, I can't do that now because it's just I'm not capable of doing that right now. But if I had the opportunity, I absolutely would adopt another child. I would adopt a child. Definitely. This last question, I saved the best for last. So I'm pretty much going to answer this question because I already know who asked me it. And if I don't ask it on here, she's going to get upset. The question is, why don't you smoke weed? How do you answer that?
I don't smoke weed because that's just my preference. That's just something I choose not to do. I will say that because I'm in the health field, but we all know that there's people in the health field that smoke. So we're just going to pass over on that. But for me, I don't have no real exact reason as to why. I just choose not to. That's just not me. That's just not something I like to do. I mean, if everybody else like it, hey, 420, do you think? But for me, I didn't wake up the next morning saying, oh, this is why I don't smoke weed. I just don't have a reason. I just prefer not to smoke. It's not my preference. Everybody else I love does it, but it's not. I think I'm the only one that don't. And that's okay. I mean, I just don't. I don't, like, some of these questions I'd be like, what kind of answer do y'all expect me to have? But as far as me smoking weed, y'all, it's just not something I do. I'll try some edibles. I prefer edible, but smoking weed, no. I just don't. I prefer not to. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm more so afraid of what it would do to me, as far as like how I would act, and I'd rather not risk it and do it just because of those reasons. But as far as smoking, I don't have a true answer. That's just not my preference. It's just not what I choose to do. So yeah. Well, you guys, there you have it. Those are all my Q&As. So, I mean, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, you let me know. And I just might answer them. Now, if they just out of pocket questions, then I'm just going to skip them. Like, I'm not even going to entertain it. Because my mom always told me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So, yeah. I think I like this, though. It's pretty fun doing the Q&A. I think I'm going to do these more often. But, yeah. So, that was it. The Q&A for my birthday. I'm excited for tomorrow. I look forward to seeing what's going to happen. Stay tuned for the pictures. Stay tuned for whatever the surprise is. I will be revealing what that surprise is. And we're going to go from there. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!